All right, everybody. Hey, how you doing out there? Sorry for the technical problems, but you know, sometimes things doesn't go right. Sometimes things goes perfectly right. Hope you're feeling good out there and you're enjoying the great sunshine. Well, here in Europe, we got a lot of sunshine. I guess somewhere else as well. It's summertime. Tonight, I have a very, 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 very special guest. You know, I say it all the time, very special guest. She's different. She's amazing. And let's see if we can bring her right into the conversation with me. And I'm very curious to find out what her top 3 favorite things are, or let's say her 3 favorite things. So let me see if it's working right now, if the connection is right and you all see me perfectly. And she should just jump in now for you. Spin!
Dice, how you doing, man?
I'm good. Hey, you know what? I think they're playing games with us with this Apple. Everything is breaking down. You remember I told you my computer broke down in the studio?
No. All your things are always mashing up, man.
No, actually. Bam! Bam!
Bam, bam.
Right away.
You see me? There you go.
Yes, I see you good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I've had a very strange day today. You know, I've just been like, one of my favorite things is my bikes. I have a lot of bikes, and I went to take out one of my bikes today. And it was a funny story because I was in my storage. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to take up my bike. And I got this bike from Bayron Beach in Australia. And as I'm taking it out, this guy was just like, man, that's an amazing bike. What's going on with that bike? Blah, blah, blah. And he ran a bike shop. So then he's going crazy about my bike. And then he's like, oops, sorry. And then he was like, oh, but, you know, it's flat. Your tires are flat. And I said, yeah, I was just going to go to my house and pump up the tires. He goes, I've got pump in the back. I've got pump up for you, man. I mean, this is such an amazing bike. So, you know, he's pumping out the bike. And I said, you know, I think it's all right now. And he did a couple more pumps and boom, completely exploded the wheel. And then we just kind of looked at each other. I was like, yeah, I think you overpumped it. So then this complete stranger, he puts, his name's Frank, Fantastic Frank Bikes. And he puts my bike on top, and this is a big, I'll show you in a minute. It's like, he puts my bike on top of his car, and we drive all the way down to Leytonstone. And then I spent like 2 hours with this amazing bunch of bikers, like bicycle, kind of like electric bike, and we're just talking bikes and riding up my bike, and they fix the tire, they fix everything. And then just riding the bike up and down the street, it was just one of them spontaneous things, you know. It's just like, and so I had a very wonderful, and just met a whole bunch of people from the bike shop in Leytonstone, and just had an afternoon with these guys. It was really fun.
You going back there?
Yeah, because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna soup up my bike. Don't tell anyone. But they're gonna soup it up. They're gonna add some little tricks to it. Totally illegal, but
with the bike, Skin. It's a bike.
No, it's an electric bike. You want to see it?
Don't talk on Instagram.
So, you know, they're not watching. You know, they're not watching. These people watching, man, fuck you.
We don't give a fuck. Anyway, this is for sure.
And so, so then that's what I did. So I was just basically just wanted to have an afternoon riding around on my bikes all over kind of East London, which is where I am. And that's how it started. And it took so much time that by the time I got back, it was, you know, the weather was rubbish and the clouds came over, it's going to rain. I was like, okay, alternative afternoon, but it was so fun.
That's it. This is what it's about. I mean, you know, that's why we DJ, to meet some cool, different people that we never seen, or weirdos. It turned out they could be anything, you know. That's the amazing part of it.
Absolutely lovely, and I had so much fun. And then all these other guys turned up with all these contraptions with custom electric business. One guy turned up, Pedro turned up with this thing, and he was controlling it with 2 hands and lying on his back, controlling this thing like this. One of them took it. He went down the road and he skimmed it across the road, trying to turn it. It's like, and it was like, my tires.
Come on, girl. This isn't just an afternoon with your electric bike. What if we give you a Rari or something else in your hands?
Well, then,
You shut down the street. You start a carnival.
not responsible. I'm not responsible for my actions. I'm not responsible, Dice. No, it's not my business. Do you want to see? Do you want to see? This is my first favorite.
Yeah, show me, show me.
All right, okay. Let me just. Ready. Hang on.
Oh wow! Oh,
And
that's a
the
real
reason in the
pimp.
house is because I thought, well, there's no point taking it back to storage because, you know, I'm gonna ride it tomorrow. See, look, it's got the seat, and it's from Byron Bay in Australia, and I did. Can you hear that? And then I bought it as a birthday present a few years ago. So that's why it's in my kitchen. It's not normally in my kitchen. And then I've got these other bikes which are out here on the balcony. What's going on? There's people. And then this is like a 1930s bike.
That's an analog bike.
That's an analog bike, yeah. Upright. And then I got the super speed fast one here. So
I didn't know you bikes there, you girl. Wow.
yeah, and then I have another 3 bikes. I have a motorbike, and I have a 1979 Vespa, and I have another electric bike. So I'm a bit of a 2-wheel bitch. I like 2 wheels.
That's cool. I got 2 bikes. I got a €50 roasty bike, which is outside the street. And I got 1 bike. I got it for my birthday. It's like a beach cruiser. That shit is so heavy and analog. And I think if I go with that on the street, people like you with the cool electric bike will be looking at me like, yo, bro.
Leave you for dust. We'll leave you for dust, especially when I get it customized. I put some sweetness in it.
Ciao bello.
Bye.
Amazing.
You know,
So good to
waving a flag, put SOS on the beach for you.
girl, you're crazy. I love it when you always talk to you. It's like this explosion, boom, comes on me. Amazing. Let me introduce you to my people, first of all, because some people might still don't know what's going on with that beautiful girl in front of me, in front of you. Let me introduce you. It's a just short copy-paste thing just for the people who don't know. And if you don't know, now you know, okay? So listen close. I would like to introduce our guest for tonight's show, Skin, a.k.a. D. Dyer, part of the group Skunk Anansi. Born in Brixton to Jamaican parents, Skin moved at the age of 6 with her grandfather, who ran a nightclub in the basement. She said there was always music and rum and posters of Bob Marley, Muhammad Ali, which inspired her. Skin studied interior design at Teesside University in Middlesbrough, from which she later received an honorary degree. Ah, nerdy. She is best known as the lead vocalist of the British rock band Skunk Anansi, a band often grouped as a part of the Brit rock movement in the UK. Hear it or hear it not, this is how they write it, and it is like this. The band was formed in '94. The biggest hit was the single Weak. Skin gained attention for her powerful, wide-ranging soprano voice and trademark bold look. The band disbanded in 2001 and reformed in 2009. And between that time, Skin has started her solo career, releasing few albums, singles, several side projects. In 2009, Skin found her love for DJing. As D. Dyer, Skin plays all sorts of electronic music worldwide. In 2015, she joined the judging panel of the Italian version of the talent show, The X Factor, for 1 season. I think that was enough then. In 2018, Skin was featured as one of the cover stars of Classic Rocks magazine's special She Rocks issue and was honored with the Inspirational Artist Award at the Music Week Awards ahead of celebrating 25 years of Skunk Anansi. Please welcome singer, songwriter, electronic music DJ, and model, Skin! Girl, you know, the reason why I do this show as well is to get to know my friends a little bit better. You know, you never read a biography or you go deep or something. It's like you hang out, you talk about several things and you find out things.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a rock star! I always knew it, but you're a real rock star!
Yeah, it's my day job. It's my day job.
I love it. I love it. And it's so fucking cool, you know? I have a question. When you started to DJ, I mean, obviously it was a new generation when you came into the electronic circus, DJ
Yeah.
circus. You had fans for sure, but was it like a, a lot of people that recognize you as Skin or something like this? I mean, I've seen some idiots writing some stupid comments here who don't know, but maybe we clear them and explain them something.
Yeah, it was weird because I actually was a DJ at 16 at my college when I was studying furniture design. So I started at 16 because I was originally a raver. When house music started and people were like, I've been here for 2 hours and I just hear this one beat. And I was like, what is this music? What is this music?
You're from London, Brixton. Sorry to interrupt you. Of course you're a raver.
Yeah, so we were like, we used to go to Trey, we used to go to D2PM, we used to go to all these clubs. I remember when house music started and we used to get in a car and go to the field to listen to Acid, and then they made it illegal, Clause 28. And so that was kind of my world. But, when it came to music and making music, it was rock. That was the music that I felt I could sing or whatever. So, but it's like I'll do a rock gig and then I go out all night raving. So I've always kind of, you see me in the beef all the time. I've always been doing two at the same time. So I think as a consequence, I suppose in 2000, in Millennium, I had a Millennium party in my house and it lasted 2 days. Every DJ I know just came at some point over those 2 days. Because I bought myself decks. I thought, well, why rent them? Just buy them. And then that's when some of my Smoking Joe, some of my friends just started showing me how to do vinyl.
Yeah.
And I've been messing around with them. But I think it was hard because when you know a lot of DJs and you're already famous for something else, it's very difficult because, credibility is everything. And so it's kind of, I didn't want to be like the rock star, cheesy fucking DJ, And so I think in the beginning, it's kind of, you have to make your name somehow, but all my gigs were big ones because I was Skin from Skunk Anansi. So it took a long while to kind of turn that around and just, because at the end of the day, people on the dance floor, they don't care who you are. They just want to dance. And if you're bad, they let you know. They're not going to be like, oh, we give her some, we give her a bit because, So, so it was a rocky road in the first few years. And after a while, you just get better and better and better and get more into it. And now I feel quite confident about it. But DJ, to be a good DJ, it just takes minimum 10 years.
It takes a while because it's experience. This is what a lot of people don't understand, And you said something really amazing. Is that you cutting, me cutting? That's you cutting. Now you're back.
I'll just slow it a little. 1 second. Carry on.
Yeah. What I find really amazing is what you said before. The most important thing is like the dance floor. This is this is what's really telling. Are you spinning good music? Are you in a good environment or not? If the dance floor clears, obviously you are not in sync with the people.
And there's no, if you're not playing good music, the dance floor clear. It doesn't matter who you are. And the only way you learn is to clear that dance floor quite a few times and to work out what you did that, So the first few years I was doing enough to always get booked because of the music choice, because of the tunes. So I wasn't, mixing right within the first few years. And then after a while, it all comes together. So, already being in the music industry and already understanding things like, different grooves, tempo, waves, waves, all this kind of technical side. Already knew all that bit. The hardest bit about it was the spiritual side, of course, the spiritual side and the energy and just picking up on that and understanding it. It's a really, really difficult thing. Can I just tell you what you do is hard?
A lot of people think we're just playing other people's music.
No. No.
It is.
Yeah. It's been a long road. It's been a long road. And I just played in New York at my kind of a Zoom thing. And it was really, really fun,
Nice. What is your music, the songwriting, the music that you write, the music that you produce as a rock artist, you always found a good line to separate it, to see it as two really different projects. Did you ever thought to combine it somehow? I mean, musicians hear the rocky taste. That's your style. You hear it in your music. Also, the song that I played, the nice project you did with Nicole. We know each other from way back when you did the project with Timo and Martin. There was always skin in the project. But what I'm talking about, did you ever thought about the transition, having like the rock guys did with the hip hop guys something, to do it with techno, with electronic music?
I mean, I think it's a really difficult thing because it's a hard thing to do for it not to sound a bit dated or cheesy, you know, because how you get rock music in, I mean, I think that I put rock attitude into the productions, into the dance music that I make, you know, into the techno stuff or whatever I'm doing. There's a rock attitude, but I think if you start to put guitars in there, it gets very tricky. It can be very tricky and a very kind of difficult road. So, I mean, I think that...
But your skin!
I know, but the essence of rock music is attitude. So, I have the attitude in there. Like, don't talk to me while I'm dancing, for instance, one of the tunes I did with Nicole. I mean, it's just summing up a bit of attitude in lyrics and whatever. But, I mean, I don't really... I mean, I experiment and I do lots of things around it, but I kind of try to stay away from too, like, riffs coming in or something like that, because... then I just think it just sounds like a remix, and I think you've got to stay away from that if you're doing original music.
There is one song, like the song that I played, Faithfulness. It got like, at the end, it got this electronic kind of vibey break.
Yeah, exactly. I think...
that should be stretched, you know, as a song. Just a hint.
I mean, I think that there's a lot of electronic influences because I love it. So there's a lot of those influences, a lot of Skunk Anansi stuff, actually, and a lot, especially my solo stuff, especially the first album, it's completely, you know, electronic. But I think it's trial and error, really, and I think that you can do 10 songs that don't sound good, and then you do one that kind of works, you know? Like the track that we did with Timo and Martin, I kind of reworked it and we made it a Skunk Anansi track called Love Someone Else. And that kind of kept its original electronic essence to it, but with a bit more guitar, which made it Skunk Anansi. So, I mean, it's trial and error, really, and it has to stay experimental, but you can feel if it's working, you can feel that if it's not.
Totally. I mean, I love the stuff you did with Nicole. It's an amazing package. That was like really spot on. I really loved it. Skin, let's start with your first favorite.
Well, I done my first favorite was my bikes.
Okay, so you showed us the first favorite. That was good. Okay,
I did. Sorry about that. I got carried away. I got carried away.
I love you guys. When you disturb...
I was trying to hook up with you, and I was looking at it, and then I just got carried away.
Get it out of the way. It's like...
My second favorite is... I love Italian food. It's quite difficult to stay away from music, by the way, to find your favorite things, because I gotta tell the
people again. So I really don't know what they show me. I just ask them, if possible, not a record, not an instrument, you know. But it's difficult. I try to challenge you, but it's about your favorite thing. So
well, I love Italian food, and I have this bottle here. Can you see?
Yeah. What is that?
This is a bottle of balsamic vinegar, which is 60 years old. I think it's actually more 80 years old, because this was given to me by Luciano Pavarotti when I sang with him, when we did Pavarotti and Friends. And I went and hung out at his house. And he just had, up until this point, I didn't know balsamic vinegar was like wine, you know, that there's a balsamic vinegar, you know, you think fling on your salads or whatever, but then this kind of stuff is like, it's very thick, succulent, and you
they bring you in the spoon.
You bring in the you know.
They bring you in the spoon. I learned this in Italy too.
Exactly. So I have a lot of these kind of beautiful balsamic vinegars that you have to store really well. But this is probably my favorite because Luciano Pavarotti gave it to me. And I have to say, you see how it's open? Because somebody stayed at my house and they opened it.
They thought it was like Montenegro or I don't know.
So they just opened my 80-year-old balsamic. You know when you want to kill someone, but you have to be polite?
You try it, right?
You opened it. You did what? You know? So I was absolutely furious, but I still have it. And then she didn't mash it up. There's still some left.
So we know
But
it's
it
a she.
tastes unbelievable. Tastes unbelievable. So
So
it's
from
one
here
of my
and there,
favorite
you
things.
sometimes give yourself a nice treat like a spoon, or is
Yeah,
it finished?
exactly. Yeah, I just, if you know, if the occasion warrants it, if I am in the company of greatness, and I feel that they deserve my Luciano Pavarotti balsamic vinegar, then I will bring it out. But as you can see, I haven't been in the company of greatness that often, because there's not that much missing.
That's such a great. You remind me of something. Yeah, it's been a while I didn't have that treat for myself. To
Yeah.
all my Italian fans, if you want to treat as well, it doesn't need to be from Luciano Pavarotti, but
Yes.
and a travel bottle because we only travel hand luggage.
Yeah, it's got to be a small bottle, and you got to fake just put 100 milliliters on it, even if it's not, big label, 100 milliliters.
You can't fake it. I'm going to tell my Italian friends from Sicily. They always treat me with nice
Oh,
olive oil. I have Paola Poletto. She always gives me amazing olive oil.
exactly.
And
I mean, I have olive oil and balsamic vinegar. I have so many, and it's just one of those delicious things. But it was Luciano Pavarotti that started me on the journey, because I didn't know up until that point that balsamic vinegar could do that, could taste like that. I had no idea. So that is one of my favorite things that I can show you.
that's amazing. Okay, I have some stupid questions just to break it up a little bit in
All
between,
right,
which
cool.
I always ask my friends about it. Gives a deeper insight. Shower or bath guy?
100% shower.
You hate bath?
I don't hate baths. I don't have time. You know, I actually in my apartment in London, I actually got rid of the bath completely and just created an amazing, huge walk-in shower, because I like to freshen. I like to scrub up. It's nice to have a bath, but I'm in hotels so much, and they always have a bath in it. If I
True
want a
that.
bath, I can just wait till I get to a nice hotel. But in my house, I don't spend that much time in the bathroom. I don't have any hair. I don't wear a lot of makeup. It's like, what I need to do, I need to get clean. I need to moisturize. I need to put on my perfumes, my toilet, and then I'm out. I'm out.
Perfect. So the next question is gone then. Shampoo or conditioner? I don't need to ask you that.
Shampoo and conditioner. I'm telling you, you got to look after the scalp. You got to have that conditioner. You see how beautiful this is? See, it's like, you have really good quality shampoo and really good quality conditioner.
Yeah, because you can, if your scalp gets really dry, you fuck, because you can't see it
then
right
you
away.
look like, white kind of itchy stuff falling on your black t-shirts, on your techno t-shirts.
They're out. We wear right now.
It's like, I always laugh because when I see techno guys all in black, I was like, they just look like rockers. Because, rockers and techno guys are always in black,
I tell you this funny story that I think I'm the founder of the black t-shirt. I tell you why.
You are.
I tell you why. Back in the day when I was playing at Circo Loco,
yeah.
Back in the day, I was always invited.
I saw you there for the first time, and I saw you there many times in those early days when you used to start at 10 in the morning with no roof. Remember that?
So I continued. I always used to wear a black t-shirt for one reason. I was always invited by Sven and the Cocoon family for dinner before we go to Amnesia.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to look like an idiot in my white t-shirt with 1 million yerbas and I don't know how many stains. So in a black t-shirt, you always look like you can't go straight away to dinner.
Exactly. You was fine. And then everybody copied you. And then you ran away from it.
The first person who copied me was Richie Houghton.
Okay.
I still want my points, Richie.
Oh my God, he's spinning in his grave as if he's.
I want my points, and I'm not taking sake, Richie.
Where's my dibs for the techno black?
Breakfast, cereal or eggs?
Eggs.
Really British breakfast? You like British breakfast?
Eggs on toast. Yeah, I'm not really a cereal person. I mean, I had some cereal today because I was lazy, but I'm kind of like you, I'm a bit of healthy. So I start my day. I work out first. I've got to run down to the gym, do my workout, and then I have a shake, a healthy shake, because I don't like to eat too much in the morning, and then I don't really eat anything till about 11, and then I will have maybe eggs. But I'm not really a breakfast person, so a shake is fine. breakfast annoys me. It's nice if you're out and about and you getting late, and then you have breakfast like 11 or 12 o'clock. Then that's fine. But this 9 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to eat at 9 o'clock in the morning. Who invented that? It's a stupid idea.
I have to eat even earlier because I go for sport and running. So it takes me a half an hour to prepare my breakfast, but I do already for the next 3 days because I do this weird kind of, how can I explain you? I have it on my story I have it as a link on my.
You do you do a weird kind of what? Admit it. What do you eat? You eat like some strange. What do you eat?
No, I have like a huge bag in the fridge, acai from Brazil.
Okay.
So
I think you showed that to me. Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah, and I have like frozen fruits, and then I have to put the chia seeds in. They have to get into the coffee and into the almond milk. So it's a process.
It's a rigmarole.
I check a little bit the news. I watch the news or whatever from YouTube, or sometimes what I watch lately is Gordon Ramsay Kitchen Nightmares. The old episodes. I love this guy.
What the fuck do you call this? What the fuck do you call this?
Man.
Do you call this food? You call this food?
This guy's crazy.
My fucking dog wouldn't eat this. He's crazy.
He's crazy.
I made him Cockney. Did you see that? I turned him into a Cockney instead of a posh boy.
Yeah. But you know him? Did you met him ever? Yes.
No. I haven't actually met him. No. One of the few.
I can imagine him in a rave of hours, in a party, freaking out.
I think that guy would absolutely be going for it. Can you imagine? You have to do something with that energy, man.
Wow.
He would just going, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you. He would need to get rid of that energy, wouldn't he? Oh my God.
I love it.
He's you know what I love about Gordon Ramsay? He will just develop brand new swear words out of nowhere. You're like, that's a good one. I might use that one. He has the ways of describing people that you're like, that's really inventive. How did he even come up with that swear word? But yeah, he's brilliant.
Hey guys, go watch Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares. The US episodes, they're the best. It's hilarious. I love that. I love this guy.
Yeah, while you're having breakfast that takes you half an hour to make.
Yeah, I started it somehow. When I was really heavy and fat and everything, I started to change my lifestyle.
Yeah.
And this is how it started. And I think the most important meal of the day, I used to be like even skipping breakfast and go straight to lunch. But then a lot of guys that I was training with, and I learned this, you have to have the first meal of the day needs to be full of everything, all the power. And then you can go and then you can be a lion, and everything else is just extra protein for muscles that I don't have. So I don't need them. So it's all good, Well, that's it. And I love food. That's why I don't live in Italy. If I lived in Italy, I would look like, I don't know.
I mean, it's too much. I have rules about Italian food. Like, I will only eat pizza in Napoli because they have the best pizza in the world. They invented pizza. Because otherwise you're having pizza all the time. So if you I'm in Napoli maybe 3 times a year, apart from this year, but I'm in Napoli like 3 times a year, and then I'll have pizza, because if you're going to have it, if you're going to eat the calories, just make sure you eat the best calories and just stick to Napoli. And then,
I stick to whole Italy. I don't care. I even eat at Auto Grill.
And if I'm going to have pasta, I eat in Italy. Otherwise, I just be eating pasta. I mean, Italian food is the best. It's the best. It
is.
And Jamaican food.
Oof, but Jamaican food also heavy. Oh, I could sit there and eat those jerk chicken until
rice and peas, ackee and saltfish.
Do you know a good place in London?
Yeah, it's called Mum's House.
Mum's House.
My mum's house. Because you Jamaicans are like, you ask them the question, you come around to my mum's house. It's like, that's where the best. Every Jamaican mum is an amazing cook.
100%. This I can imagine. It's like,
gotta come round to my mum's, and then you get some good food.
I see it as an invitation.
That's an invitation, babe. It's an invitation.
Thank you, my sister. I love that.
You got cute there for a second. You're like, hey, invitation. Yeah.
When it's about food, I can be the cutest guy in the world and the best. And I got manners, believe me.
Good.
I'm a good boy, a very good boy.
Good,
You messed up my program. You and Matthew Johnson, you're the only ones who messed up this German strict. Where am I now? We had
I don't know. You were asking me questions. Sorry, and you were asking me, and then we talked about food, and then we got lost in the Jamaican.
Yeah, I catch myself talking to you and already dreaming about those. You said chicken. Now I'm hungry. Okay, hey, your third favorite thing.
You're gonna be really upset with me.
No.
You're gonna be upset with me because it's musical. I mean, it's too hard. See, I got to tell you a story. You mentioned it. My granddad had a very famous shebeen in Brixton. And actually, there weren't posters on the wall. Muhammad Ali and when he was Cassius Clay used to come to my granddad's club. So did Bob Marley. So did Peter Tosh, because it was like a very famous club. So I was raised in a nightclub.
Wait a minute. Wait. What? Wait. Rewind. So Peter Tosh,
yeah, from the Wailers.
I know. Yeah. I just wanted to let it flow on my tongue. Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, I call him.
Yeah, we had the Prime Minister of Jamaica came around. We had all of these very famous Jamaicans used to go to my granddad's club because it was very famous. So my earliest memories I have, the club was in the basement. And I remember being like, I don't know, 6, and we were allowed to sit and watch everybody at the top of this basement stairs, and then you could look down on the party. And then, the music would change, people start crubbing, and we got told to go to bed. But my earliest memories of watching people dance to, like, it's ska, a lot of ska, Prince Buster, all those early days. And so when my granddad was, I think, about 65, he emigrated back to Jamaica, and he took all of the furniture with him, and he created the same room in this. He had this, Jamaicans like to go home, and then they like to build a house in Jamaica. So he had this 9-bedroom mansion, and every bedroom had a bathroom, and he created the club again in the room in his house. And I sneaked in there because it was like the big people's room. So I sneaked in there, and it was exactly how I remember the club in Brixton, but it was now in Jamaica. Except we had lace curtains and it was bright. And I remember, it was when I was 14, and I remember just all the records were just like lined up there. And they were dusty, and they were just sitting there, all these like 7-inch records. And that, to me, records at that age were like gold dust. They were like, every record was a piece. I could only afford 1 record a week. So I used to go down to the shop, and I used to listen to 10 records, and the guy would play me 10 records, and I would only buy 1. And so I stole a few. And I every day I'd go and I'd pinch 1 record, and I would put it into my luggage. And so I came back with maybe 30 records. Again, don't tell anybody. And so for me, my favorite things are these 7-inch records that my granddad had, and I have loads of them. This one is Babylon Palace by Brent Darring. I've got the original version of Dennis Brown, Money in My Pocket.
Is that X Records? No, that's not X. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so, and basically I have all these records from my granddad's nightclub in Jamaica that I stole. And they're 7 inches. And so these were the first records I ever kind of owned. I stole them.
Do you still, is he still alive, this guy?
No, he died. He died 1995, I think. He died.
Did you ever told him?
No. Are you crazy?
You gangster. He's Jamaican. He would kill you.
He would kill me. Actually, he probably wouldn't mind. My granddad was cool. He would, but his wife, my step grandma, and all of his kids, they would, they're not going to find out. But and so it's because they're just classics, and they're all the records I remember growing up when I was little. And on
Beautiful.
top of that, they were my granddad's. He's actually written his name on some of them. And so when he died, I got a pen. But for me, the records is the thing that, because that's, I think, where I got my whole spiritual kind of thing of loving music from, and loving nightclubs and loving gigs and venues, was from my granddad, and it's from these records. So I mean, I have vinyl, I have my two fine set up, and I can play these records, and it just takes me straight back. So
straight back to the time.
So I know I wasn't supposed to say a musical thing, but I was like, I got to talk about miracles, because I've never told anyone this before. This is all new information. And I've never owned up before to stealing my granddad's records. Luckily, I'm too big now. My mum can't beat me. What's she going to do?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You should do a nice mixtape with these records.
I should. I mean, they're all on vinyl.
As a memory, just upload it on SoundCloud, something which stays for the digital world, for the new world.
Oh my God, look at this one. I don't know if you know this one. Yeah, this is A side. Stealing Love on the Side by Paul Kelly. Stealing Love on the Side. Paul Kelly, man, that was my parents used to play this record all the time. So, it's childhood memories, and that's where it all started. So I thought I would share that with you, Dice.
I'll just freeze. Every time I hear you sing, you know me, I freeze. Even I know you that often, and I hear you in the studio, I freeze. I love your voice,
Oh, you're the sweetest. Thank you.
Wow, amazing. That's amazing. But you should really, really do like a kind of mixtape, something really special, just to have it.
Just like, the childhood memories. I have a book coming out, so maybe I'll do it in conjunction with that, So.
There you go. Yeah. Tell me more about your book.
Oh, gosh.
One second.
Yeah, I basically got a book coming out. It comes out September 24th. It's called It Takes Blood and Guts. And it's just basically just talks about really how a little girl from Brixton ended up being a rock star. It's just a very strange journey, and how did that happen? And, it's got a lot of stories in there, a lot of people I've met, good and bad. And, it's just, it's quite funny. There's a lot of funny things in there. It's quite sad. It's quite funny. There's some good stories and some terrible things that happened to me that are in there. So yeah, that's. So maybe I'll do that.
You completely opened up in that book?
No. I'm not. You and I know that there's a lot of stories I cannot tell. And then the whole other bunch of stories, the lawyers were just like, nope.
Yes,
change that name. You got to change that name. But there's still enough in there that's kind of juicy. But it's not like there's one rule. It's not a kiss and tell. Because I'm a strong believer in that. It's not a kiss and tell. You can't tell other people's business. But it's just about. There's a lot of funny stories, a lot of things about us. But it's not a kind of cacophony of all the famous people I've met or anything like that.
But let's say, we don't want to create a scandal in the book, of course, but when the story is really amazing and it's a famous person, you change the name, you change the story a little bit just to share it with the world?
Yes.
Yes, of course. That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
That's what I'm...
I don't want to get sued, though. I don't want to get sued. So.
No. How long does it take you to write that book? To prepare
2
and
years.
write?
We actually wrote it. We started it in 2018. I wrote it with my co-writer Lucy O'Brien, who's a really good friend of mine for 25 years, and she's also a journalist and a writer. And we started it in 2018, and then COVID hit, and so I literally had hours every day to write, to do nothing but write.
How did you prepare it? It was for sure somewhere in your head. So that means you have your little stories on your notes, and you have to bring the story together. But the writer is a pro, or did it flow?
Yeah. So what Lucy basically started off, and she structured it. Because it's kind of 3 parts. So she structured it, and then I filled it all in. So, and then she wrote some bits, and then I edited it, and she wrote some bits, I wrote some bits, she wrote some bits, I wrote some bits. Because, it had to be, I do write, so I've written a lot of things in the past. And so it was just about getting my voice in there. And the hardest thing is really to structure it. But once you start, then it really starts to roll. And you start, sorry, the cat's gone mad. and then it's a difficult process. It's actually a very difficult thing to do, and I'm glad I did it. And then I'll see how it goes, and maybe I'll do another one.
You share it with the world. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Any music, anything else that is coming out besides the big project, the book?
Well, everything's a little on hold because when you're a rock band, things are kind of attached to being live. Because I mean, we're in a position. It's different for DJs, but music for rock stars, the music doesn't cost. It's expensive to make, and it makes you no money. So you kind of attach it to a tour, and then you can afford to, you earn money to pay your rent and to mortgages and to make another record, DJs is different because you get all the fees and you get, you go on DJ so you can do the music for free almost, and so...
It is for free, Skin. It is for free.
It's all for free, yeah. So... but you get your DJ's fee, so you can, and it's the same thing for us. You do the music for free, and then you got to tour it. And right now we cannot tour at all, so we're kind of treading water a bit. But in many ways, it's kind of like we're used to that because we'll tour for a year and a half, and then we'll take a year and a half to 2 years to make another album and to have that time off, and then we'll do another record. It takes 8 months to get a record together. So. This is kind of a little bit normal for us. It's abnormal, but for what I do, having a year off is not that abnormal. And I like it because it gives me a chance to do all the other things that I love doing, like writing, like DJing, like production, like writing for other people, and all the other things I like doing. Riding my bikes.
Hey, stay safe with your bike out there, because I know you're fucking crazy and insane. And when I saw that speed bike, I knew exactly, okay, now it's a proof she's really...
No, I'm not. I'm very careful.
Of course you're careful. Amore, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
So much. I think your cat is hungry or she needs some love.
No, she's gotten into this thing of going into the neighbour's front garden and then... coming back, it's getting on my nerves, really. I just got her back off my mum. And she's just like, she's a Siamese, so purebred, so she talks a lot and whines a lot. So, a bit like me.
No, not at all, mi amor. Amazing. I can't wait to see you again. You're going to stay in London now, or any plans to travel or do something?
We're here I've got to read the audiobook of my book, and then we're off to Ibiza. So we're just I've got a house there, as you know, and I'm just going to spend as much time as we can. If we're going to be on lockdown, let's do it in Ibiza by the pool,
True that. I stay here and I serve the people with 3 is the magic number. I love you, and I can't wait to see you again.
3 is my birthday as well, so...
Yes, and I congratulate you, and you did it right back.
I had to, thank you.
And that was why I called you. And that's why I called you, and you're like, was it something important, hon? I'm like, never mind, pocket call.
The 3rd of August, that's the Freeze Imagine number,
It's my August too. It's my birthday soon. We Leos.
Right, yes, we Leos.
Soon. Leos. Thank you so much for being my guest in the show. Much love. Enjoy your birthday week and
thank you. It's a festival. Well, it usually is, but this year it's dry.
For sure. Keep your Balsamico bottle safe, and don't forget, Luciano Pavarotti, you motherfucker.
When you come round, I'll let you look at it.
Please, not look. I'm gonna bring the special spoon with me.
The tiny little spoon.
It's a very special spoon. You don't have that spoon. You drink it normal, or you have that spoon?
No, you have to have a little spoon. It's like this kind of stuff you gotta put on the spoon and taste.
Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Nice talking to
you.
See you
soon. Much love.
Love to the fam.
Thank you. So that was Skin. Amazing. Amazing girl. So be aware, her book is coming out soon. If you did anything bad, you might be ending up in her book. And if you see a crazy girl cruising through London Street, that's her. Anyway, thank you so much for being here in the show. And to all of y'all who always keep asking in the beginning, yo, Loco, play some music. Guys, you bore me to death. This is a talk show. We talk. I play music in the club for you guys. This is talking, conversation with friends and for fans and for people who are interested in a little bit more outside the DJ box. This is what it is for. As usual, don't forget to check out my playlist on Spotify. 3 is the magic number. All our guests are in there. And yeah, what else to say? I love you all. Stay safe. Stay cool. We are the best. Love you all. Peace.